Turning now to St John ambulance officers in Christchurch. Now they say they are being attacked more and more and have a simple message: please stop. It comes as a bad batch of synthetics continues to wreak havoc in Christchurch, with 1 or 2 affected people still coming into Christchurch Hospital each day. It's proving extra challenging for St John staff, who are finding themselves busier and in increasingly violent situations. Now we wanted to see firsthand exactly what frontline paramedics have to deal with. Our South Island video journalist Logan Chch spent a Saturday night 12-hour shift with an ambulance crew.
It's 7 o'clock on a sunny Saturday evening, and the Christchurch Metro St John night shift is just getting underway. There are 6 ambulances on the road tonight. I'm in Christchurch 3-5 with emergency medical technician Lucy and intensive care paramedic intern Troy. Our first job, we're racing west. A middle-aged woman is reported to be having some kind of breakdown. Arriving at the house, Lucy and Troy head down the driveway to figure out what's going on.
So we've gone to this patient and we've gone inside, well, just knocked on the door, however nobody's answered the door, so we've called up the police to get them to come. We do know that somebody is in there. They've mostly gone to the toilet but not answering the door to us.
So now it's just waiting for the police to turn up?
Pretty much, yeah. Hopefully they open the door to us soon.
But before the police arrive, the woman emerges, stumbling in tears. A friend is helping her into the ambulance. She isn't well at all.
So now we're just checking her out, doing her blood pressure, checking all vitals, see how everything's going.
Blood pressure's just going down now, okay?
You're doing that right.
I did forget your wine, I know, I'm very mean. I think 4 bottles was more than enough. Wasn't much left in there anyways, it wouldn't have done too much, okay?
Mental health is a big problem in Christchurch. Combine that with alcohol and drugs, as this woman has, and you have a potentially deadly mix.
I'm just going to steal a small drop of blood from your finger to check your blood sugar levels, okay? Make sure that your blood sugars are all good.
We're taking her straight to hospital. When you dial 111 and ask for St John in the South Island, your call will likely end up here, in the call centre at the new Justice Precinct. About a dozen staff sitting at desks are busy answering phones. The police and fire equivalents are next door. One of the dispatchers, Emily Louise Cooper, explained how her job works.
At the moment I'm dispatching ambulances and we also take calls. Will behind us at the moment is taking 111s and I dispatch at the moment the southern area.
And what would a typical day look like?
There's no typical day in here, but we call back-to-back calls, very little. I'm going to have to... Won't anyone go ahead?
Things can get busy. Back out on the road, a couple of hours into our shift, the Spotify is plugged in and we settle into what is expected to be a busy night.
Oh yeah, good song, good song.
Soon we're racing south. A man has been stabbed.
We've got a 20-year-old male who has accidentally grabbed a knife and stabbed himself in the abdomen. Apparently it happened while he was cooking. So, not entirely sure if it was accidental or not, but we'll go and have a wee look.
St John uses a colour system to grade the seriousness of a job. A stabbing like this is status red, the second highest colour, and means their life or one of their limbs are at risk. After assessing the patient...
It looks like it's been accidental. Looks like he's had a knife on the countertop and he's sort of walked into it like that. So he's had just about the belly button and his central abdomen. He's got a bit of a stab wound, approximately, I'd say about that much has gone into his abdomen of the knife. So take him up to hospital. But he's walking and talking, looking good, and it's not bleeding anymore.
This man is also dropped off at ED. It's a hard, tough job that Troy and Lucy do. 4 days or nights on, 4 off. Over their half-hour dinner break, Troy and Lucy told me what they believed people's biggest misconceptions about their job were.
That we're a taxi service?
Yeah.
And that we're just ambulance drivers and don't know too much about medicine. But, you know, myself, I've done 6 years of medicine, studying medicine. So we get quite proficient in it, and Lucy's done a fair few years herself as well.
Yeah, it's just, we're an emergency service.
And both Troy and Lucy say violence towards them is becoming a common occurrence. In 2017, just over 2,500 AMBO crew abuse incidents were reported across New Zealand. Just over 600 of those were physical. In the first 3 months of 2018, more than 530 crew abuse incidents were reported. Lucy has a stern message for those who have or intend to do them harm.
Hands off us, don't touch us, don't abuse us. Most of us are over the way that we're getting treated. It's happening more and more frequently, and it's not on, absolutely over it. So hands off us.
And not long after, about midnight, we saw that firsthand. A 111 call came in. A man in his 50s had fallen through a ceiling. He had been drinking solidly. He was quickly wheeled into the back of the ambulance. It became apparent that this is very serious.
Excellent. Just relax back.
He's drifting in and out of consciousness. The man is flailing around on the stretcher. Troy gives him a sedative. Given he has a serious head wound, he likely doesn't even know what he's doing.
But we need to leave now as well.
No,
Fair enough. I'll come.
Sweet, alright. Here's the keys. Thank you. No worries. Alrighty, we'll start making drinks. Alright, sorry, we'll stop the chit chat, we'll go. Thank you.
We are now speeding towards hospital.
So, just been to a male who has fallen through the ceiling, approximately 2.5 metres high.
That fall has caused big problems. A big bump on his head, his jugular vein is not looking good, and he has suffered a brain injury. And that's only the worst of it. Arriving at hospital, his life hangs in the balance. As the end of the 12-hour shift draws near and the sun rises, we're heading back to hospital so Lucy and Troy can check on the patient who fell through the ceiling. He's now in ICU. If he survives, he will have a long recovery. For AMBO staff, checking in on their patients can give them a sense of closure. They have to make split-second decisions that could mean the difference between life and death, and that's not a responsibility they carry lightly. As 7 o'clock Sunday morning rolls around, I ask Troy to sum up the evening.
The night's gone all right. It's obviously being a Saturday night. It has its thrills and spills, probably being alcohol related for all the jobs that we've had tonight. Pretty much the typical Friday, Saturday night stuff that we're seeing quite commonly nowadays.
We pull up to St John's Ambulance Hub, where this ambulance will be cleaned by a team of professionals and restocked. For me, I'm off to bed. But for Troy and Lucy, in 12 hours' time, they will be back here to do it all again. Kei o te tahi ahau mo te hōtaka o te ahi nei, ko Logan Church tēnei.